Hey guys and gals, how you doing? How are you doing this fine day? Let's go! Let's go! Turning it up for you. Appreciate you hitting that play button. Appreciate you hitting that play button. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know I do. You guys are awesome. Every single one of you watching truly are. Let's go! Getting you hyped up. I love it. All right, let's just go right into it. Usual same old things and things and things. This is for you, parents. Parents homeschooling your children. Here to help, here to support on this channel. I'm Johnny with WhiskeyTango Sharp. I figure I don't know, I just love mathematics too. I love math. It's kind of fun doing this, teaching sort of thing. I'm rather enjoying this. So, but on the other hand, also in turn, I guess it would be the proper thing to say, is here to help you, parents. If you've made the decision to homeschool your child or children, here to support, here to help. Again, assuming that you probably have a lot on your plate. So hopefully, I'm hoping that I can help you out. That's kind of the goal, the plan. So let's go for that. Students as well, you're welcome to be here as well. Of course you are. 100%. Now, you're probably searching YouTube for additional help and support in mathematics because maybe you have a fuddy-duddy cruddy teacher that isn't doing their job. So, yeah. There are those out there. It's funny because, I feel like I'm even more qualified than they are because, well, they're not doing their job, so that makes me more qualified because I'm over here letting you parents know that that's what I'm doing, sticking to the subject, teaching mathematics, and mathematics only. Let's go. So with that said, it's great to have you. Let's get into this. Let's start learning. Time to flick that old switch. Flick the switch and the old brain molecules, and let's get to learning. All right, get excited. This is fun, guys. It's just numbers. It's a number. It's just a number. How hard are numbers? Numbers are not hard. Let's go. Okay, where were we? We are on, let's see, Unit 2. Kind of jumping back and forth here, but I recommend you follow this series. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and then we're gonna continue with more. So it's great to have you guys. I'm trying to do a lot of different areas of mathematics. It could be any level of math, any grade level, I guess. I mean, obviously, if I'm doing grade or high school mathematics and teaching that, I'm pretty sure I could teach elementary mathematics too. But, that's okay. Let's continue. So, with that said, measures of length. That's what we're working on, okay? And we're kind of getting an idea how to work with decimals, what to do. I'm doing my best to just keep it simple for you guys to learn, right? Keeping it simple and easy to understand. That's the goal. Okay? Let's not make math hard. There's no reason for it. Okay. So I got this saying, like, lucky for me, I was blessed, guys, gals, okay? I had great mathematics teachers, female ones too, great at mathematics. My female math instructor was taught derivatives and beginning calculus. Man, boy, she was good. And I learned really well from her. I really did. So, but that's not what we're doing. We're not doing any calculus or derivatives. Maybe sometime. We got a lot to do before we get there. But one of my teachers, and she was this is a different instructor. I'm kind of staying on topic here. It's mathematics related. Just talking about my instructors. You know, of course, like I said, my instructors, they taught what they were supposed to teach, and that was mathematics. They didn't talk about anything else. And because of that, because they focused and taught what they were supposed to teach, and they were great at their jobs, they really were. Where R is, whatever, I was able to excel and learn. And, you know, yeah, it's awesome. Love it. So, but one of the things one of my, I guess we'll say high school instructors taught, she taught me this thing, which is kind of an acronym. I recommend you kind of teach yourself little acronyms or whatever to help you memorize certain things. And it helps. It truly does. Let's see. Now I can kind of draw this thing here, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna start creating kind of like a chart here. Okay. And a lot of this you've seen, right? We're talking. This is gonna be positions. In regards to positions in a series of numbers. Okay. Bear with me while I do this for you guys and gals. I'm trying to be neat as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna go like this. How big does that need to be? I'm just gonna go like this. I'm gonna try to draw a straight line. Not bad. Okay. It all looks good from an airplane. Okay, I don't really want to write this all in, but I'm just going to go like this. Again, once I'm done this, if you want to do a snipping tool, just save it and print it off if you like. Of course, it would be better if I wasn't freehanding it. Normally, when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I'll normally, I probably should have did it anyways. I should have drawn it up for you and just scanned it. But that's okay. If you want, you can do that. Just kind of draw it up, scan it, and then I'm just going to go like this, draw another line. Okay, and then here, so if we have a number, right, I'm just going to write a random number, okay? Okay, and we're just going to go right there with it. Hang on, hold up. Ones place, we got ones place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands, correct. Exactly what I want. And then tenths, hundredths, thousands. Now, these are obviously large to draw or to write. I'm not going to write it in because, you know, it can get kind of messy and such. If you want, you can kind of write it in. I'm just going to undo all that. But after the decimal place is the tenths, right? Th. Okay, it ends in thus, right? So we have ones, our ones place, right? Tens place. And this is tenths, because they're not very long, right? It's only, what, 6 characters, right? I can write that. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then going this way, tenths, hundreds, thousands, right? So if you hear something like a thousandth of an inch, this is what they mean. Okay? Tenths of an inch, or hundredths of an inch, or thousandths of an inch, right? Normally you hear thousandths of an inch. Okay, so this is basically decimal place value, all right? Now we have this other thing, so this would be, I don't know how to write this. I'm going to just write it here, maybe, decimal, right? Decimal. We're just kind of going over some review kind of stuff, okay, guys? All right. Decimal place value, essentially, right? Or, you know, digit place value, if you will. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, right? Okay, you get the idea. Okay, if you notice, there's no such thing as once. Okay, it does not exist. All right, be aware of that. So after the decimal, it's tenths. Okay, remember that. All right, metric length. Metric. Like the metric system. This is what we're going to get into. And this is what I'm going to show you that my awesome math teacher in high school taught me. Okay. Of course, I don't have a lot of room for writing. I'm going to try. Kilometer. We're getting into the metric system a little bit. Okay, guys? And we're going to learn how to kind of convert back and forth the metric system, okay? So you're going to see kilometer, small k, small m, okay? This one here is hec, toe, that's an h, meter. Now, I wrote that wrong. It's actually RE, not ER. Okay? Kind of like you have center and center. They're kind of like two different things. I don't know. I just look at this as kind of the French version, English version, English, French. I don't know. I could be wrong. But in regards to center and center, the center, the top one was, this would be the center of a circle sort of thing. And the center would be like a building. Okay? Not that you needed to know that, but okay. I'm kind of squish writing in here, which sucks. I don't really want to do that. I wish I could. If I had a tablet, my penmanship would be a lot better, guys and gals. It would be. do apologize. Okay, this one here is, we don't usually see it a lot, but I'm going to write it out here because these are getting long. It's called a deca. Meter. Okay. And the short for it is DAM. Okay. The short for this one is HM. Okay. This one is, so think of this as the units. Just try to remember this as units, okay? Where the ones place is. Okay? Meter. It's kind of key to remember this one. So this is, in the metric system, you'll hear meter, right? So when you hear meter, think units. Okay, and that's usually shown as M. Okay? And then we have this one here, which is another one that isn't common. Like, you don't normally hear this one, but it's called decimeter. Okay, and it's abbreviated DM. Okay? And I'm kind of running out of room here because there's such big words. I don't know, like, do I leave it? I could write it under here. I didn't really want to. The last two you hear, so I'm just gonna go CM. These ones you do hear, and MM. Okay, centimeter. Millimeter, milli. Okay, meter. And well, I don't want to cross anything here, but the centimeter, there we go, centimeter. I'll just write CM here. This one's MM. Okay, I know it's a little bit messy. I tried to, be neat with it. I did try. So now that I've showed you this, okay, so kilometers common, okay. Hecto, a lot of times you'll hear hectare, the word hectare. We're talking about land. Normally it's talked about in acres, but if you hear hecto, just think something like that, right? If you associate it with acres, then you'll know hecto is a large number, right? Large. Kilometer, again, if you recall, I think what kilometer was 5/8 of a mile. Give you that reference. Good double check. Right back. Kilometer to mile. Yeah. Okay, 1 kilometer is 5/8 of a mile, give or take. All right. So kilometer, miles, hecto, land. These ones you don't really need to remember. You just gotta remember that this one's deca and this one's deci. So if you think centi, milli, deci, deci, centi, milli, they're all in this area here after the decimal, essentially. But I don't want you guys to get confused between decimals and this stuff, okay? This is just kind of placement, it's kind of like a helpful visual. That's all it is. Okay, so anything after the units, after units, that's what I want you to remember. Units is where, right here, units is the main part. You'll see. I'm going to get rid of all this and I'll show it to you so it's a lot simpler. And we'll get rid of this kind of mess that's going on. So, but if you're asked, you know, if you're asked, just remember deci, centi, milli, okay? You don't really have to remember these two here. They're not as common, okay? I'll just let you know. You might have to convert to these, but just remember which one is which, okay? If you remember deci, if you think deci, well, that's with centi and milli. That's all you really need to remember, and the other one was obviously would be here. Okay? Not that it's too critical, guys. Okay? Don't overanalyze and worry about it too much. Just we're learning about this. Just be aware of it. It's something that exists, and we just need to know about it. Okay? We have kilometer, we have hecto, we have deca, we have meter. Meter is the units, remember? Meters are center, I guess, if you will. Okay, that's common. Remember this one. Remember kilometer. Okay. And then remember centimeter and millimeter. Those two are common as well. So these are common. Common, 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 and common. Okay? Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4 most important ones to remember. Okay? It's not so bad, guys. Okay? I've already in the last video showed you what the conversion values is. Like if you understand the imperial system more than the metric system, or vice versa, I kind of give you that conversion ratio so you have an idea how much it is. What I mean, like for example, how long is a kilometer? It's 5/8 of a mile, right? All right, let's clean this up. So if you notice, I'm just going to show you something quickly before I clean it up. Okay? I don't have the room to write it, but I'm going to write it here. Here's the thing my math teacher taught me. This is the acronym. Kilo. Kids, help. Kids help dad. You, units, until dad calls mom. That's the acronym. So this here is what we're going to use so that we can go from kilometers to meters, or meters to kilometers, or centimeters to millimeters. This is the acronym to remember. Okay, again, you don't really need to remember the D's. You just got to remember kilo. You have to remember that the units is, like, for example, meter is a unit. And you have to realize that centi is to the right and milli is to the right. So This is going to help you. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. Let me clean this up. It's a lot. I know. If you want to, before, like, I'll just bring it back. If you want to do like a snipping tool, if you're on a laptop or a PC, if you want, it's up to you. You can screenshot it. Snipping tool is better, and then you just save it and print it off if you like. Okay, if you want, you can maybe, I'll just erase all this here, and then you could maybe do this one if you want and just fill in the blanks here yourself. It's up to you. Okay, so let's get into this. I actually have to erase now because see, if you understand PCs, it only saves so much in the clipboard and memory, so I've written so much stuff I actually can't even undo anymore. So, but that's okay. So I'll just kind of have to make my eraser big here, and we're just gonna clean this up. Maybe I'll just leave the chart here. And then we'll just go like this. Maybe I'll go like this. And back to here. And then I'm just going to write, kids help dad until dad calls mom. There we go. Kilometer. This is kilo. Our units. Meter, for example. This is how we can convert. We learn how to convert, and this is where we're going to get into talking about decimal jumps. Okay, centi, and milli. Okay, there we go. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. So easy. And then you just have a scrap piece of paper. And then you can write, kids help dad until dad calls mom on a scrap piece of paper. Alright, so we talked a little bit of powers of 10, right? Guys and gals. Okay. Last video, we learned how to kind of take decimal values and multiply it by 1,000 or divide it by 1,000 and figure out where the decimal place goes. Okay, those are decimals we're working with, right? You can still do the same thing with decimal values with the metric system. Okay, because you can have accuracy as well with the metric system. So here we go. M, meters. Okay? Remember, I'm just going to write M, but you can see our U is right here, right? That's where meters is. Okay? And the question is, convert it to centimeters. How do we do that? It's real easy. Once you have this, all you need to do is just, you don't even need this. Like, this is just redundant. Okay? All it is, we're talking about like a numerical value, such as this, for example. Right? This is the ones place, right? Here's the decimal. 6 is the ones place. And then we got tenths, hundredths, thousands. That's all this means here, okay? We also have, in turn, we also have where we can convert. We can move the decimal if we, let's say for example, we wanted to know what 6.275 meters is in centimeters. That's easy. So if you look at this, kids help dad until dad calls mom. M is the units. We're going from meters, right? So that's here. And we're going to centimeters, which is here. This is millimeters, okay? You just got to remember that. That's all. So we're going from meters to centimeters. If you look, that is 2 jumps. This is how the kids help dad until dad calls mom thing works, guys. Okay? So that means 1, 2. That means I'm going to write the number. Boom. I'm going to put the decimal there. Centimeters. Right? It's going to be a higher value because centimeters are small, right? You got to think of these as small values. Remember, a centimeter is what? 3/8 of an inch? Is that correct, if I recall? I'll confirm that. I believe that's correct. Centimeters to inches. Yeah, just over 3/8, right? 1 centimeter, I'm going to go approximately equal to 0. Well, actually, yeah, it's going to be close, but I'll go like this, 394, okay? So you can think of it as 3/8. It's close. It's obviously a little bit more, right? If we're going to decimal accuracy, right? Because 3/8 is actually 375, right? Okay, so it's a little bit bigger. Not by much. We're talking about hairs here, right? Okay, so, right, and meter, if you think meter, well, meter, just think like yardstick. It's a little bit longer. A meter is 3'3" and 3/8 to be accurate, or roughly accurate. But if you can just vision in your mind, a meter stick is basically a yardstick. A yardstick is exactly 3 feet, so be aware of that, guys, gals. It's exactly 3 feet. Okay, 1 yard. So a meter stick is just, it's 3 3/8 inches longer. That's all it is. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, so a meter is bigger than centimeters. Centimeters a small distance, where a meter is a long distance. Like it's 3 feet, which is obviously longer than 3/8. Right? So we have 627.5 centimeters in 6 meters. Okay? This is actually 6 meters. Right? Well, to be accurate, 6.275. Okay? For accuracy's sake. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this, and then I'm gonna go like this. I should have wrote all that stuff after, but that's okay. Okay, Emma. All right, let's do another one. We'll give you more examples. My kid has already done these, and he's doing an excellent job too. So kilometers, so which is obviously, if we multiply by 100, 1, 2, that means 1.8% of a kilometer. Really, that's the way I look at it. That's like a fraction of a kilometer, right? Convert that to meters. just going to go like that to meters. Okay? So here we go. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. K, kilometers. Kilo. Okay? This is kilo. Kilo, Bravo, vector, vector. Kilo, Bravo. Okay? Kilo, kilometer. So we're going from kilometers. Remember, meters is the units. Okay? Meters are the units. So we're going from here. 1, 2, 3 jumps. So that means our answer is, I'm just going to go like this. 0, 0, 1, 8. And I'm just going to add another 0 just for fun. So we're here and we're going 1, 2, 3 jumps. This is how easy it is, guys. 2, 3. So that means our answer is, where's our decimal? Right here. I'm getting rid of all them leading zeros because they're gone now, right? We don't need them anymore. There you go. It's 18 meters. That's how easy it is, guys and gals. We'll do a few more just so you can get better practice. Let's go. All right. Clean that up. Let's do another one. 77 decimal 15 centimeters to millimeters. Okay, this one's easy, right? So you know where kids help dad until dad calls mom. C is centimeter. M is millimeter. There we go. Centimeter to millimeter. One singular jump from, we're going from centimeter to millimeter. Okay, take note. That's the direction we're going. So that means we're going 77. 1, 5 millimeters. One singular jump. That's it. That's how easy it is to convert from centimeters to millimeters, guys. From here, boom, one jump. So that means 77.15 centimeters is the same as 771.5 millimeters. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, huh? It's not so bad, right? Not so bad. Let's do some more. 528 meters. Okay, meters is our units. To millimeters. Okay, 528. I'm just going to write the number down. We know that with a regular whole number, that's a whole number, right? 528 is a whole number. Every whole number, doesn't matter if it's 12 or it doesn't matter if it's 12, it doesn't matter if it's 78, it doesn't matter if it's 96, it doesn't matter if it's 1002, The decimal is here, the decimal is here, the decimal is here, the decimal is here, and the decimal, whoops, and the decimal is there. Okay, always on the right-hand side. So the decimal is here. So we're going from meters to millimeters. So meters to millimeters is 1, 2, 3 jumps. So I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, which means I need zeros for place fillers. Okay, so our answer, this is just kind of the rough work. So our answer is going to be 528, it's a comma, 1,000 millimeters. That's quite a lot. Okay, this is just our rough work. Just showing the work, that's all. 528 meters is the same as, equal to 528,000 millimeters. That would take a long time to count, wouldn't it? Remember how long a meter is, right? 6 meters, if you think, I believe it's 20 feet. Pretty close. Let me go meters to feet. And I'm going to write 6. Yes, it's just under 20 feet. So that gives you an idea, right? So 528 meters, that's way up there, right? It's just under, but it's 19 foot. Let me convert it into feet inches. If you watch my Unit 3, Unit 4 series, I show you how to convert decimal values to feet inches. Okay, so I'm going to go 0.685 times 12. 19 foot 8. And times this and 3. So it's the same thing. 3/8. Actually, it's rounded up. 4/8. 4/16. 4/16. 1/4. There. I like to give you guys a good idea how much stuff is between metric and imperial, so you have a nice visual understanding. So 6 meters, you know, you obviously know how high 20 feet is. Just think of a bridge overpass on a highway. Okay. How are we doing for time? Okay, we're getting up there. We got time for a few more. I feel like I'm going a little bit slow on this, but I just want to make sure you guys fully understand, okay? 82 meters. Convert that to kilometers. Okay? Remember, meters is going to be smaller than kilometers. Kilometers is like, if you hear kilometers, just think miles, like long distance. How long's a mile? Right? Again, 1 kilometer approximately equal to 5/8 of a mile. Okay? So that means we're going, here's M. This time we're going from here this way. All right, this is what you got to take note. So what we're doing is we're moving the decimal from right to left this time. Okay? So I'm going to write 82. And the decimal is here on a whole number. We're going 1, 2, 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3 jumps. There's our decimal. We need that 0 place filler, and we need our leading 0. That's a leading 0. Okay, this is our work, our show our work step. So our answer is 0.082 kilometers. Yeah. It's pretty easy once you get the idea, right, guys, gals? Again, like I said, I'm keeping it simple for you. Keep it simple, Stanley. Right? All you need to remember is K is kilo. Don't really care about the other ones. Just gotta remember meters is our units, our central. This is our central. Okay? Just think middle. And our centimeters is here, and our millimeters are here. And this is kilo. Okay? Again, the 4 main things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 3 more. All right. 1, 0, 0, 8, 2 millimeters, 2 meters. Okay? All right, just kids help dad until dad calls mom. Here's our millimeters. We're going from millimeters to meters, which means we're going from here to here. Right here. 1, 2, 3 jumps. Okay, on a whole number, our decimal's here. It's all the same thing, guys and gals. 1, 2, 3 jumps. Our decimal is going to be here now. This is our show our work step. Our answer is 10 decimal 0.82 meters. Let's go. Let's go. Dun, dun, dun. All right, 2 more. Just want to make sure you got a good understanding. Once you get it, it's pretty easy. Just be consistent. And remember the little things, like study it. Study the things that you need to study. Memorize it. Give yourself, draw yourself a little diagram, draw yourself a little chart like this if you want. Whatever helps you retain it in memory, okay? Store it in the old memory banks. That's why I love my teacher teaching me this. This helps so much. Kids help dad until dad calls mom. I love it. All right, we're going from centimeters to meters. Oh, where's our centimeters? That's right here. Okay, from centimeters to meters, here's our meters. We're going 2 jumps. That's it, just 2 jumps. So we're going from centimeters to meters, right? So we're going from right to left, okay? Take notes. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, let's see, 2 jumps. We'll see if I need it or not, the extra 0. Yeah, 1, 2, I think it's 4 I need. Okay. And I'm gonna go like this. So remember, our decimal is here. Okay, that's right here. 1, 2, 3 digits, 1, 2, 3 digits, yep. And we're going from meters to centimeters, so that means we're going 1, 2 jumps. Okay, this is our work. So our answer is going to equal 0 decimal 0 0 0 1 5 meters. Let's go. Okay, you just got to remember which direction you're going. Right? We're going from centimeters to meters, which means we're going backwards, right? Last one. 15, 18 millimeters. 2 centimeters. Okay, there we go. Centimeters, millimeters, 50, whoops. Okay, where's our decimal? It's right there, right? On a whole number. So we're going from millimeters to centimeters, which means we're going backwards. Millimeters to centimeters, bop. That's showing our work. Our answer is going to be 1, 5, 1 decimal 8 centimeters. Perfect. Awesome. Good job, guys. Good job. Yeah, forget the divide by 10 and multiply by 10 stuff. Don't let anybody teach you that method. That's just over confusing. So my point is, when you're working with converting like kilo, let's see, hecto, deca, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter, ignoring all this, right? These are the powers of 10 stuff we're doing, kind of, right? Don't worry about the powers of 10 type stuff with this, okay? Just keep it simple. Use the kids help dad until dad calls mom. This is all you need, okay? You don't need to do all that extra I guess I don't know. Some instructors they want to confuse you so that they look like they're smart. I don't know. That's just terrible teaching. That's bad instructor. Okay, if they're doing that kind of stuff, trying to look like they're some sort of hero and smarter and more intelligent than you are, they're really just belittling you and not helping you learn. Okay, as Mr. Trump says, you're fired. I love it. As they should be. All right. Just kind of looking here. What else can I do? Name the best units for measuring each of the following. Use kilometer. Let me just clean this stuff up here. Okay. No, I want to keep that in. Okay. They're suggesting use kilo. They're suggesting to use meter. Centimeter and millimeter. Okay. So the idea is they want you to determine which unit you're going to use for measuring, right? Something that's logical and reasonable and makes sense, right? So here we go. Thickness of a car window, right? You have to pick a unit. Okay? What would we pick, right? If you think about it, let's say you got a set of calipers and you're measuring the thickness of a car window, right? You're obviously not going to measure a car window in kilometers, okay? Right? That's not logical, right? So normally, like I was saying, suggesting to you guys and gals, when people are using measuring instruments such as a caliper and such, typically everything's measured to thousandths of an inch, okay, which is this position here. Okay, wow, right here actually, right, to thousandths of an inch. So if you're gonna measure something, I guess it would probably be in millimeters, right? You get a little more accuracy, if you will, measuring in millimeters. Distance cycled in 2 hours. So if you're cycling for 2 hours, obviously you're going a long distance. I would use kilometers. Length of a parking lot, probably the same thing. A parking lot could be, I don't know, a quarter of a kilometer, right? I mean, or meters, right? I forgot, we can use meters too, right? So that's kind of your decision. I don't know how long a parking lot is. I mean, they vary in length, right? You could use meters, yeah, that would make more sense, right? I'm just going to write the M here so we don't forget. We can use that one as well. Length of a push pin, whatever a push pin is. Push pin? Needle? Is that what they mean? Push pin? Probably centimeters. Length of a sheet of paper. Centimeters again, I guess. Length of a river. Kilometers. Height of a downtown skyscraper. Probably meters, I guess, or it could be part of a kilometer. I don't know which is the best answer, to be honest. Length of a baseball bat, right? Probably meters, because a meter is what, 3 foot, right? 3'3" and 3/8. How long is a bat? Length. Good of a baseball bat. Right, standard length. Most standard bats are 32 to 34 inches. So 3'3" is 39 inches, right? So less than a meter. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, you could measure a pencil if you wanted to in millimeters or centimeters. It just depends on what you want to use. A screwdriver, same thing. Just depends on what units you want to use, really. It's kind of your choice. This would be small scale, right? Small measurement. And this would be a large measurement, right? Right? You can think of kilometers in, if you reference it in your head, if you think of a mile, just kind of reference it as a kilometer. Even though it's 5/8 of a mile, but a centimeter is only 3/8 of an inch, right? 1 centimeter. So it's a small measurement. Okay? And then, with that said, I'm going to give you some here to work on yourself. Convert that to centimeters. Convert this to meters. I'm just going to give you some to work on yourselves, guys. Okay. I'm just writing this out. And last one. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay. There you go. 6 of them for you guys to do. All right, and then I'll give you the answers. Let's see, number 5. Here we go. Okay. You can kind of pause it at that point, and now I'll give you the answers. Here we go. I forget the order that I did this in. B. You'll figure out which one's which, right? Okay, I don't want you to cheat. All right, hopefully, probably too late now saying that. Hopefully you don't. Again, you guys are the 120 IQ and higher. Okay, people, you don't need to cheat. You're not cheaters. You're all winners. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There's the answers. Just like that. All right. Let me just have a quick look here. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. All right. Good job if you got all those right. That's awesome. It's awesome. I'm done. That's this video. I'll figure out what we're gonna do next. I don't know, we'll figure it out. This series is gonna be probably not too long. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you for watching. Thank you for learning and growing with the channel. Parents, homeschooling your children, child. Thank you for having your child learn here as well. If you're learning, if you're a homeschool child, be good to your parents. Listen to them. Do your homework. Be good. And then you can have fun after, right? Once you get your stuff done. Students looking for additional support. Appreciate you being here as well. Hopefully I'm helping. Again, if you have any specific areas in mathematics you would like me to kind of go over, maybe, hopefully, eventually I will get to that point. That's kind of the plan. So yeah, drop in comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like the content. I guess that's the thing I could ask you guys to do. You know, that'd be great. That would help with the channel's growth a little bit. You guys know all this stuff, right? That's how it works. Views and like buttons, right? Okay, leaving it at that. Johnny WhiskeyTango Sharp. Appreciate you watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care for now, guys. And peace.